creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to ABN News. I am Mariam Shaushat, here to bring you the global news that matters. In the next half hour, we'll cover everything from world politics to cultural insights. Stay tuned. The China National Space Administration unveils 4 images of the moon's far side taken by the Chang'e 6 probe, including 3 taken during its landing and 1 from the panoramic camera capturing the landing site.
The China National Space Administration (CNSA) on Tuesday unveiled 4 images of the moon's far side taken by the Chang'e 6 probe, including 3 taken during its landing and 1 from the panoramic camera capturing the landing site. The Chang'e 6 probe, comprising an orbiter, a lander, an ascender and a returner, was launched on May 3rd. The lander-ascender combination, separated from the orbiter-returner combination on May 30th, touched down at the designated landing area in the South Pole Aitken SPA basin on June 2nd. During its landing on Moon's far side, the Chang'e 6 probe not only collected lunar samples but also conducted a comprehensive investigation of the landing area using its payloads. The payload successfully completed multiple scientific tasks and promptly transmitted the panoramic image captured in the landing area to the National Astronomical Observatories of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, where the valid data obtained from the payloads will be analyzed and processed. The researcher of the National Astronomical Observatories, Ren Jin, said that panoramic images show that the landing area is very flat, indicating a well-chosen safe landing area, with some mountains which are the edges of circular craters in the Apollo basin located beyond the lunar surface. When comparing the panoramic images of the landing areas captured by Chang'e 6 and Chang'e 5, Ren said that the most noticeable difference is that Chang'e 6 landing area has fewer rocks in comparison with Chang'e 5. Particularly, there was a large rock of about 30 centimeters in the Chang'e 5 landing area, believed to have been ejected from a distance. But no similarly large rocks have been discovered in Chang'e 6 landing. Instead, only a few small rocks measuring around 3 to 5 centimeters are present, resulting in a smoother landing area. Nevertheless, there are still small impact craters and mud-like traces, potentially indicating remnants of ejected materials in the landing area. The multiple payloads installed on the lander, including the landing camera, panoramic camera, lunar soil structure detector and lunar mineral spectrum analyzer, worked well and carried out scientific exploration as planned. Another researcher of the National Astronomical Observatories, Suyan, said that the lunar soil structure detector functions as a CT scanner for the moon, using electromagnetic waves propagation to probe the shallow subsurface. Throughout its lunar operations, the detector conducted a total of 4 scans. The first scan occurred prior to the drilling mission, providing a preliminary understanding of the subsurface up to a depth of 3 meters. This scan facilitated the identification of approximate rock distribution, contributing to the successful completion of the drilling mission. The subsequent 3 scans were conducted after the drilling mission, employing different parameter configurations to generate distinct underground structure maps. The initial findings unveiled a notable presence of scattered rocks within a 3-meter depth beneath the lunar surface.
14 lives have been claimed in Sri Lanka due to adverse weather conditions that prevailed over the country for the last 3 days.
The National Building Research Organization has indicated that the red alerts issued on landslides in several districts will remain effective. The Irrigation Department has indicated that the flood warnings issued for Ging and Kalani rivers have been extended for the next 48 hours. With the overflowing of the BR5 flood protection bund in Nilwala River Basin, red alerts have been issued for surrounding areas. With the rise in water levels in Ging River in Badgama area, Badgama Old Town, Nagoda Road and Hikadua Old Road have been completely inundated. Many houses in the area have been submerged in the water, and the Badgama water gauge of the Ging River indicated 5.4 meters this morning. District disaster management units have informed residents living in the lower section of the Ging River to be on high alert. With the overflowing of the Nilwala River, many low-lying areas are posed with flood risk. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka Army has initiated a special relief service for the affected residents in Tibbatuwa town. Sri Lanka Army relief teams were able to rescue the staff trapped at the office of the medical health officer along the Aturalia-Amalagoda road. 4.5 million rupees worth vaccination stocks for infants was also safely evacuated from the premises. With the overflowing of the Kalani River, Kaduwela and surrounding areas have been inundated, and the Kaduwela Expressway entry point has been closed temporarily for 2 days. Reports have indicated that the flood level is gradually decreasing at present. Operations to provide relief and other essential commodities for the affected people in many areas are currently underway. The operations are carried out under the directions of Senior Advisor to the President. Sri Lanka Navy is also continuing relief operations at present. Accordingly, special relief teams have been deployed for Western, Southern and Sabaragamuwa provinces. The displaced families have been directed to a temporary shelter at Puak Pitia South Junior School. 17 deaths have been reported due to the prevailing severe weather conditions. The government has taken steps to provide essential goods for the affected public sheltered in 122 safe locations.
The National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation Department is expected to take a few days to consider a request from the production team of Jurassic World 4, the latest film, the Jurassic Park franchise, to use 3 national parks as locations.
The department's Director General Adepan Charanchansa said today that the Hollywood production has already submitted its detailed plan for the use of the locations between June 17 and 28, which includes the Creighton Island and Market Cave in the Hat Chow Mai National Park in Trang Province, Huaitha Waterfall in Khao Phanom Panja, National Park in Krabi and Tapu, Naka and Song Pinong Islands in Phang Nga Bay, National Park in Phang Nga Province. Drones will also be used during the shoot, he added. According to regulations covering the commercial use of the national parks, Adepan said the department charges the production 3,500 baht per day, with a surety of 2 million baht for the 12-day use of the locations for filming, adding that there's an appendix to the contract which details the compensation to be paid for any damage caused to the environment, plants and wildlife during the filming period, if any. He said that he has told the production team about the department's concern about the potential environmental impacts and would like the filming activities to be environmentally friendly, such as equipment used in the creation of outdoor settings not affecting the environment and causing the least impact on the environment. Adepan stressed the need to be strict so as not to repeat the same mistakes made during the filming of the beach in Maya Bay in Krabi in 2000. That production felled trees and bulldozed Maya Beach to create a new setting for filming, causing extensive damage to the environment and ecological system of the Bay Area.
Shanghai is advancing its efforts in recycling new energy vehicles and EVs by improving dismantling processes and battery recycling, fostering industry growth and leveraging local resources and technology.
When vehicles reach the end of their life, they will be directed towards recycling and dismantling plants. A typical scrapped small car can yield approximately 36 kilograms of rubber, 70 kilograms of plastic, 740 kilograms of scrap iron and 100 kilograms of aluminium. As NEVs progress through updates and iterations, the vehicle dismantling industry faces new environmental challenges. Deputy General Manager of Shanghai Xin Xiao Environmental Protection Company Yu Shou said that the dismantling process for NEVs involves the safe dismantling of batteries along with the harmless disposal of waste oils and freon. He further stated that the key distinction between dismantling NEVs and traditional fuel vehicles is in safely handling power batteries, which necessitates a safe discharge process using specialized tools and protective measures. Due to the different components of NEVs compared to fuel cars, there are higher risks of dismantling dangers and environmental pollution. Strengthening the upstream and downstream compliant industrial chain is crucial. Therefore, Shanghai is actively improving its recycling network for old products and equipment, promoting door-to-door car collection services, and encouraging car manufacturers to develop intelligent and automated recycling systems. The accelerated trade-in process of NEVs is set to enhance the recycling industry chain further. Power battery recycling is crucial for market management and environmental protection. The widespread adoption of NEVs fosters significant market growth and innovation opportunities for car recycling, battery reuse, and chip development, gradually enhancing the entire NEV industry chain. China currently has 156 enterprises officially qualified for battery recycling and cascade utilization. In this process, recycled batteries are repurposed in various fields such as energy storage, base station power supplies, and low-speed electric vehicles after their primary use in cars. Shanghai aims to develop a comprehensive automotive chip industry system by 2025, enhancing the use of locally produced mature chip products in vehicles. Several Shanghai enterprises have independently developed and begun large-scale production of key components in the fuel cell sector. The increase in domestic automotive electronic component manufacturers is accelerating the localization of the complete vehicle supply chain. Shanghai currently houses 8 vehicle manufacturers and over 600 major domestic and international component companies. Last year, the city's production of NEVs reached 1.28 million units, a 35% increase from the previous year.
China's Ministry of Finance issues 11 billion yuan, which is about 1.5 billion US dollars of renminbi denominated treasury bonds in Hong Kong, marking the second tranche of issuance this year.
China's Ministry of Finance issued 11 billion yuan, around 1.5 billion US dollars of renminbi denominated treasury bonds in Hong Kong on Wednesday, marking the second tranche of issuance this year. The issuance was comprised of 3 billion yuan of 2-year bonds, 3 billion yuan of 3-year bonds, 3 billion yuan of 5-year bonds, and 2 billion yuan of 10-year bonds. According to the ministry, it will issue renminbi-denominated treasury bonds worth 55 billion yuan, around 7.6 billion US dollars in Hong Kong, in 6 tranches this year, with the first tranche of 12 billion yuan, around 1.7 billion US dollars, already issued in March. The treasury bond funds to be raised this year will be significantly larger than 30 billion yuan, around 4.1 billion US dollars in 2023, 23 billion yuan, around 3.2 billion US dollars in 2022, and 20 billion yuan, around 2.8 billion US dollars in 2021. The issuance aims to improve the mechanism for the regular issuance of renminbi-denominated treasury bonds in Hong Kong and further solidify its position as one of the world's leading financial centers.
RTM reporter Norlela Maud-Noor had the opportunity to inspect the final preparations of the Airbus A330-900 aircraft in Toulouse, France, before it was handed over to Malaysia.
Malaysia Airlines is about to receive the delivery of 3 Airbus A330-900 aircraft, part of the A330neo family, scheduled to arrive in the third quarter of this year. The aircraft is expected to replace the A330ceo aircraft and operate to the group's network throughout Asia, Oceania, and the Middle East. RTM reporter Norlela Maud-Noor had the opportunity to inspect the final preparations of the aircraft in Toulouse, France, before it was handed over to Malaysia. In 2022, Malaysia Aviation Group MAG selected 20 A330neos for its wide-body fleet renewal initiative. It's in line with the goal of expanding the airline group's wide-body fleet to 50 aircraft by 2033. The aircraft is available in 2 classes capable of accommodating 28 passengers in business class and 269 in economy class, which are also powered by the latest Rolls-Royce Trent 7000 engines. The A330neo will also showcase an all-new premium cabin layout based on the airspace design from Airbus.
Mexico elects Claudia Sheinbaum from the incumbent party as the first female president elected in Mexico's 200 years of history.
Claudia Sheinbaum thanked voters for making her the first female president elected in Mexico's 200 years of history. Sheinbaum from the incumbent party in power, Morena, also thanked runner-up coalition party candidate Xochitl Gálvez for conceding and congratulating her for the victory. Addressing followers in her party's headquarters, Sheinbaum insisted that she would continue the social programs for her mentor President López Obrador and stated that the relationship with neighbor United States will be friendly. The soon-to-be Mexico's president made these and other statements during her victory speech after preliminary count results were announced by the INE National Electoral Institute early Monday morning. Although results are still provisional, the simple majority of 60% of the vote guarantees the presidency of Claudia Sheinbaum's Morena party.
Dragon fruit is currently one of the 5 leading fruits exported from Vietnam to EU. However, this fruit is facing potential export suspension from this market if no drastic measures are taken to improve quality.
According to information from the European Commission from July, Vietnamese dragon fruit shipments will undergo higher inspection frequency due to increased risk of bacterial contamination and pesticide residue that are higher than EU regulations. This information has significantly affected domestic dragon fruit producers and export enterprises. Each year, this enterprise supplies the market with about 20,000 tons of dragon fruit, 90% of which is exported to numerous demanding markets. This 500-hectare dragon fruit plantation is grown according to global GAP standards. However, not all exporting enterprises can do this due to small-scale production. The export suspension of dragon fruit from the EU causes difficulties for businesses with good potential. Meanwhile, small businesses are not capable of ensuring quality according to EU standards, thereby affecting the entire dragon fruit production industry in Vietnam. Quality supervision agencies in other countries will also increase inspections on Vietnamese dragon fruit. Competitors from South American countries and Thailand will also take this opportunity to increase their exports. Currently, Vietnamese dragon fruit is being inspected at a frequency of 20% at the EU border gate and accompanied by traceability records. Next July, the control level will increase to 30 or 50%. The Vietnamese exporters also must show the certification of sampling and analysis results according to EU regulations. The EU focuses on checking the pesticide residue on products. When the goods meet their standards, they are allowed to enter the EU market. Only businesses that own growing areas and growing area codes can strictly control the usage of chemicals and fertilizers on trees and land. In addition, Vietnamese businesses need to be equipped with techniques for dragon fruit preservation for at least 2 months. Vietnam still has ample room to export its dragon fruit to the EU market. Currently, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is planning to propose the EU reduce the frequency of inspections based on the results of domestic residue control to decrease export difficulties for domestic businesses and boost dragon fruit exports to the potential market.
Thua Tien Hue province is now getting ready for Hue's International Art Festival Week 2024 to be held from June 7th to June 12th.
The main stage for this year's Hue Festival is designed to cover an arena of over 1,500 square meters, accommodating nearly 6,100 seats and blending traditional and modern elements. For the first time, the stage features the backdrop of Kien Trong Palace, the most magnificent architectural masterpiece of the Hue Citadel, recently restored. Over the past 24 years, the Hue Festival has accomplished substantial achievements and become a national event known on an international scale. Hue International Art Festival Week 2024 is expected to be the biggest cultural tourism and art event of the year, as well as a boost for local tourism.
And with that, we conclude this edition of ABN News. Thank you all for watching. Hoping you all enjoyed the stories and insights we shared. From all of us here in PSM News, we bid you a good night.
Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.